on you, hoe. Yeah. This sound is dedicated.
What's up, Wise Take? Welcome to the Wise Take DFS podcast. I'm your host, Patio Joe, and I'm here tonight with my man, Slim Gaede, my man, Jason Gaede, for the first time on the Wise Take DFS podcast. Say hello, my man.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up? How you doing tonight, buddy?
Man, I'm great.
Yeah, that's right.
Difficulties, but we're ready to go.
Good. Yeah, so I heard you like to be, you're the like Slim Shady, the original Slim Gaede. So I thought I'd bring out my shirt, my favorite rapper, Mr. Biggie Smalls. That's what I like. I'm trying to figure like if Wise Take was like rappers back in the 90s, who all it would be. And I was figuring, we got to give our man CK has got to be Mr. Dr. Dre because he's a producer of all this. So he's Mr. Dr. Dre. I think Snoop is my man Pauly D. Okay, he is Snoop Doggy Dogg. All right, and then Q's is Suge Knight. All right, because he's the muscle that we came in. Okay, we brought him in the end. All right, Q's is Suge, and then I'm thinking you're Slim, you're the Slim Shady, and then Cease is gonna be like Nate Dogg or maybe Ice Cube. I haven't really figured it out yet, but everybody's gonna have their role. We're gonna be Wise Take Records, West Side taking over. That's what I say. All right. That being said, everybody, welcome. All right. So, yeah, is that a good start, huh? Yeah.
Good intro, man.
Good. So, introduce yourself. Tell us where you're from, how old you are, what you've been doing, how long you've been playing DFS. Tell everybody, say hello to everybody. Everybody knows he writes the Exit Velocity every day, the free article. You should check it out. It's awesome info. It's been killing it. We love it every day. Check it out on wisetake.com. He's writing it. It's one of the articles that come out earlier in the day before the premium articles come out. It's really good material. So give a little intro to yourself, my man.
So I've been playing DFS for about 3 years, originally from Emporia, Kansas. I live in Hutch, Kansas. Probably nobody has any clue where that is. And that's cool. It's by Wichita, repping the Jayhawks all the time. There it is. What's up? Like I said, doing this about 3 years. Just started writing this year with my man Q's. Pretty much got divorced so I could do this. So... I'm here for you guys. I'm a man of the people, and I'm ready to do it.
I like that. I've been to Kansas before, and the one thing that I remember that stands out the most about being in Kansas was that every off ramp there was like a fireworks store. That's what I remember the most.
Yeah,
I could not believe it because in California, fireworks in LA, Southern Cal, they're illegal. You can't. So, to me, driving through Kansas, I was like, I could not believe it that, every single off-ramp, there's, these huge, emporium, fireworks where it's just amazing. Check it out. If you're ever in Kansas, you can't miss it.
Yeah, we do pretty cool stuff. We actually just blew up a cooler with a mortar shell, for the 4th of July. So,
blew up a cooler with a mortar shell.
Yeah, it was amazing. You should try it.
That is something that you would never see in LA. You think I'm at everything right there. Blow up a cooler with no, I would never do that. I would never.
Picks and stuff. If anybody.
That's crazy. Even Audie wouldn't do that. So, you had a pretty good day today. This morning, at least in the morning slate. Tell us what you did. You put over 200, right?
Yeah, morning slate on FanDuel. I got in kind of late. These real jobs that I have to have, man, it sucks, but getting away your DFS time. Got in kind of late, so there wasn't a whole lot of games, but pretty much looking straight off of Pauly D's article this morning for early, just blew up 232, I think, on FanDuel, just taking his top picks straight off of there. Yeah,
he's pretty hot lately, and at least for me, I want to say I had this one team. It's going all right. Sanchez and Judge are just killing me, or I would be doing a lot better. But if everybody out there, do you remember? I don't know if you read my article today and what we were talking about in the live stream about starting Fulton Navich today. How I said that the Dodgers are coming off a late flight, that they're sluggish, and might be the best time to attack them with full names at his price. And lo and behold, he gives up 3 runs in 7 2/3 innings or 6 2/3 innings and gets a QS. And I think he got his value. He got 29 points. If he gets the win, that's 35 at 7,600. I think I nailed that. I'm pretty proud of myself, actually, even going against my team. And sometimes I guess knowing your team, knowing just the fact that they're creatures of habit, that you get in at 3:00 in the morning, and like I said, the wife needs a little pickle tickle. The kid probably put the hammer down on somebody. Probably just like took somebody and said, "Hey, I'm Cody Bellinger." "Oh, you're Cody. Oh, okay, I'll come home." And then she leaves after about 45 minutes, and he goes to sleep. But they're tired. Those players are tired, and I don't blame the Dodgers for losing tonight. They've won 11 in a row. So, but anyways, let's get into this slate before we have a little bit more of some surprises here and there. Let's start off with the first slate game of the day. In Philadelphia, Rocky Town, we got Mr. Matt Garza, Milwaukee Brewers, going into Philly to face Aaron Nola of the Phillies. What you got, Jay?
Yeah, I'm looking at this, and I really like Nola, first of all, for a GPP play. These guys actually just faced each other, Garza and Nola. Nola gave up 2 over 6, had several strikes, 7, 8 strikeouts, something like that. That was the first thing I saw, is that, I kind of like Nola here as a GPP play. I mean, we got hitters all over the place, expensive hitters today. So if you're looking for a cheaper pitcher, I kind of like him. Not a big fan of a lot of bats here, but definitely liking Nola for sure.
Yeah, I the way I saw it with Nola is, one, people are going to first look at him and they're going to be like 9,100 for a Phillies pitcher, never in God's green earth, at least not right now. So, but then you look at his game logs and you're like, okay, so 37 has been the lowest in his last 5 starts. Okay. Now he's faced Seattle, San Diego, Seattle, Pittsburgh, St. Louis, Arizona. I mean, he's faced some decent teams, but he faced some teams that strike out a lot. What does Milwaukee do? They strike out a lot. Garrett Cole rolled up 52 points a couple days ago or yesterday on this same Milwaukee team. Here's why I like Nola as a GPP, and you'll probably agree with me on this, is that they're going to look at the other names around that price, and they're just not going to go to him. They're going to say, I'm going to go to either Darvish, I'm going to go to Wood, I'm going to go to Samardzija. Why would I go to a team like the Nola in Philly? And I think tomorrow he's somebody that should be on your short list just on the fact of ownership alone.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we're going to be looking for strikeouts tomorrow. There's guys with a lot of strikeout potential everywhere, but yeah, yes. I like them. Milwaukee strikes out a ton, so.
Yeah, I mean, and before we move on, like, we'll go to the next game here in just a minute, but in my mind, tomorrow's slate there's like 6 pitchers, who you want, and then there's 6 pitchers, you just want to bend over and go at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you want to do. And, I think the slate is easier right now. I'm maybe looking at it's going to be a little bit harder, but I think the slate right now is pretty easy just to kind of break down. Like, boom, this is where I want to go to attack. This is the pitchers I want. Anyways, let's go to the next game. We got a couple hot teams here. We got Mike Fiers of the Houston Astros traveling to Baltimore to face Ubaldo Jimenez in the Baltimore Orioles.
Man, I'm telling you, like, Jimenez, I don't know. I've targeted him a couple times, and I think it was the only time that he pitched well. But I'm always going after this guy. I mean, he's actually worse at home. I mean, his ERA is over 8 at home. The Astros' best team in the American League. I mean, it hurts that Correa's out a little bit, but, man. And these guys, like, especially if you're looking at GPP, because everybody's going to be on Coors, like, get off of Coors maybe a little bit and look at these guys. Because, I mean, they're going to put up numbers. I mean, I just don't see it. On that ballpark, the way it was playing tonight, I watched that whole game. Like, any ball that's up in the air is to the track or over the fence.
Yeah. Yeah, Davis, that home run that Davis hit today was like a fly ball. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Mhm.
I'm looking at the guys I like the most. I hate to say it, but I like Beltran a lot.
Mhm.
I like the lefties better, but he's got a big track record. Baldo. Of course, I don't know what Beltran's like 50, but I like Reddick too. Um, maybe a little bit biased because I was writing about him a couple days ago, but he's got a good track record here too. I mean, I think really everybody's in play.
Mhm. Yeah, I think 2.9 Reddick, 2.9 and 2.7 McCann. I mean, that's just right there. Those are some great. Beltran's 3-1. That's actually a nice. If you look at it tomorrow, if you were to do, if they roll out that same lineup and you were to do a Scherzer or Sale GPP lineup, that's a great little stack right there to get part of that game. So everybody look at that a lot. I really really like that. That little stack right there. On the other side, what do you think of Fires? I think he's got good strikeout potential. I don't think I'm gonna pick him though tomorrow because I think this
No.
Oriole team's too hot.
Yeah, I'm with you. The Orioles, you just don't know. They're hot or cold. They're hitting 5 home runs or they're striking out 12 times. And right now, when they're hot, you probably don't want to pick on them. I mean, I guess nothing's bad in the GPP play, but I mean, Baltimore's got, I think it's a 170 team batting average against Fires. Pretty good strikeout rate, but I'm not going to go there. But
Yeah, last time he blew up. So with the turn of, let me see, what did he do last time? I know last time he just did awesome. Yeah, 58 points, 11 strikeouts against Minnesota. So,
I mean, nothing's bad in GPP. So, I mean, if
you're right,
you want to take a shot at it, why not? If you're just throwing out lines, why not?
All right, so we got some goodness in this next one. Jose Urena of the Miami Marlins traveling to Cincinnati to take on Homer Bailey and the Cincinnati Reds. What you got, Slim Gaede?
Homer Bailey's got to be like he's on Cologne level right now.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Mean, we make somebody the new big sexy. I mean, I don't know what happened to this guy. If it's just struggling coming off the injury, I mean, he's awful. He's the worst pitcher in baseball. I think his home ERA is like 18, but he's got 2 or 3 starts. But I mean, he's not going to get out of the second or third inning most of the time right now. And you got in the fish, man, Stanton. Stanton is he's as hot as anybody on the planet. Like Stanton, Yelich, Bor, Ozuna, like that's a great little stack right there. I don't know.
Yeah, you got to have like Stanton's got to be the play of the day tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, how high are people going to be on these guys tomorrow with Coors in play? I don't know, but yeah, Stanton's the guy for sure.
I think
he's hot or cold as anybody in the league, and he's 9 homers and 12 games.
Yeah.
Sign me
and
up.
He's trade bait right now. Yeah, I mean it's hard not to take him as like right now he's the leader of probably the play of the day tomorrow. Just, the reason why I only say people won't go there is I just think on Fridays, even with a Coors slate, I think if you go outside of Coors, I think anybody everywhere is pretty viable at most places, especially when you want to go. So I wouldn't really worry about ownership. But then on the other side, I mean, come on, Votto, Cozart, Hamilton, Duvall, Jeanette, Suarez. I mean, Shebler. I mean, that's the lineup 7 deep that you could go right there if you wanted to attack Urena, who got destroyed his last start against the Dodgers. So you can do a game stack on this one.
Yeah, and you can see it like you saw it with the D-backs today. I mean, that's like a Coors Field Jr. sometimes. Like once you get hot, it just starts rolling. And yeah, I agree with you. Like Urena, he doesn't strike anybody out. That's going to be a problem. Yeah, you can definitely game stack that, and probably a lot of people aren't going to be on it.
Yeah, and another thing about the Marlins is the last 3 or 4 days, the Diamondbacks have just run that bullpen into the ground. So if they get Bailey out in the 3rd inning, or maybe they're going to be like, we're going to leave you in there, and you're going to be sacrificial lamb.
Richard at Coors Field style.
Exactly.
Give up 12 earned.
Exactly. So that might happen. So I definitely put this game on a short list of games you want. Let's move on to the next game. We're going down to Tampa, seeing Yu Darvish of the Texas Rangers taking on Alex Cobb and the Tampa Bay Rays. What you got, buddy?
Yeah, this is an interesting one. Like I looked at this a lot. I like Darvish a lot in this. Tampa struggled against him. I think his K rate's like 28%. Um, he's probably one of the guys you're looking at too, I'm guessing. But
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
it's tough. I don't love playing pitchers at Tampa because of how dangerous those guys are. But I mean that high strikeout upside, what we're looking for. And I like him a lot. I mean that was the first thing that came off the page.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely for a GPP. I don't know if I'd use him in cash, but yeah, that. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean Darvish has a strikeout upside. That's the thing that we like, especially against righties. The thing about it is that Tampa's coming home for the first time in a while. That team, they took a day off. Texas is coming in after playing a night. I could see it going both ways. Darvish is probably, if there's six pitchers, he's probably fifth or sixth on my list. And then on the other side, I'm not into Cobb at all. Maybe as one-offs. Malik Smith. Malik Smith is down to 2.6. If he's leading off, I like him, but they seem to see he's going to be batting 8. Wilson Ramos 2.5. I like maybe some one-offs here. Corey Dickerson's down to 3,000. Everybody's like that's a good player, but there's a reason why he's down to 3,000. People, he wouldn't be down to 3,000 if he wasn't struggling. So just buyer beware. All right, we got Marco Estrada of the Toronto Blue Jays taking on Trevor Bauer and the Cleveland Indians. Yeah.
First thing I'm thinking with Estrada, like, didn't this guy used to be good? I mean, what's going on with him? I mean, he's interesting to me just because he's still striking out over a guy per inning. I just can't figure it out. Like, a lot of his peripheral stats aren't too bad. But he's just giving up runs. I don't know what it is with this guy, but I like some of the guys on the other side, Brantley and Santana. They'll probably be my two favorite plays against him. Looking at Bauer, I don't touch that guy. He's never going to be on my radar. I don't know, probably my favorite play for the Jays. I'm kind of liking Russell Martin right now. He was on my line this morning too, so maybe a little recency bias for me there, but he's got some pretty good numbers here against Bauer. I do like Morales. He's a guy I've been watching a lot. Exit velocity, man. Morales has been hitting the hell out of the ball. He's actually been doing it all year, even if the numbers don't back it up. So that's quite a few guys there. I don't know. What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, this game, Estrada can give up the long ball. Cleveland's 5.2 run total. So, yeah, you can go to this game. There's really one person I want to point out, and I don't know if anybody's knowing, but Jose Ramirez now has moved to second base on FanDuel. So, in the last week, we've had second base gain Carpenter and Ramirez. All of a sudden, second base is a little bit stronger spot to look at. But yeah, this game is probably a cross-off in so many ways. Like I said, there's pitchers I like, there's pitchers I don't like, and I want to attack. These are ones that are kind of like in the middle. That they all could throw gems, and we'd be like shit.
Yeah, I don't really see myself using anybody in this game. There's just better options. Way better options.
All right, so we got Paul Blackburn of the Oakland Athletics traveling to New York to take on CK's New York Mets and Steven Matz. What you got?
So what's going on with Matz? His last start, he was the guy, right? Everybody's on Matz, and then he just got shelled. Wow. Yeah, I'm not on either of these pitchers for sure. I don't. Matz was a guy I used to like, but I'm not even seeing the strikeout upside from him anymore. So if he doesn't strike people out, he's just not. He doesn't have a lot of value for it. Blackburn, we don't really know a whole lot about him. He's been good on the road, but he doesn't strike anybody out. Oakland's lineup, we don't know what the hell that's going to look like every day. The one thing I do like about Oakland generally versus lefties is they've got a lot of home run potential.
Mm-hmm.
Healy's a guy I always like, and he's always cheap. I mean, if you need to throw somebody in just to complete a lineup, I wouldn't mind throwing in a right-handed hitter for Oakland. Other than that, I don't see a whole lot here. I mean, maybe you can get on some of these Mets guys, but I don't know. It's just not really anybody I think I'm going to play. I think there's better plays out there.
Mm-hmm. I'm on the let's go attack Steven Matz tomorrow. That's what I want to do. I think I'm going to have at least a mini stack of these A's. You hear me, CK? We're coming after the Mets tomorrow. All right. I like, Semien, Alonso, Chris Davis, Lowry. Matz has been bad. I mean, really bad. It's not his last two starts. I'm telling you, CK is like throwing up. He texts me. He's like, oh man, I saw Matt's pitch today and I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, bro. That sounds like a personal problem. But he was
people out, man. He's striking people out. He's got no use.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I think that people think that he's going to be good. And then on the other side, you got this guy Blackburn that, I mean, if you look at his game logs, the fantasy points per game and a FanDuel, like sometimes they show like, oh, he's going up or down. It's just like, boom, down. Yeah. So, this guy is just no. I mean, you could attack him with the Mets. They're always the type of team like, oh, man, I wasn't on them today, and they scored 6 runs in the first inning. And I absolutely hate that. It's frustrating. Matz's last 2 starts has been he had -12 against Colorado and then 1 against St. Louis. So, I like some of these hitters. Obviously everybody's like, don't pick Chris Davis against lefties. That's what happened last week or last game. And guess what he did? He hit a home run against a lefty that night. So I like the Ace tomorrow as a sneaky stack. Let's go to the next game. A little bit of rain. Little bit of a problem here in Minnesota. We got Animal Sanchez against Irvin Santana and the Minnesota Twins. What you got?
Yeah, the Twins, man. I kind of like some of these guys. Sanchez, I went after this guy right when they started starting him again, and he kind of burned me. But I don't think that he's as bad as some of the numbers look, but he's a reverse split guy. Like right-handers hit him pretty well. So I like Dozier. I like Sano. And those guys, I believe Dozier's got 3 or 4 home runs against him in his career. I like those guys a lot. I still like Kepler even from the other side, but I like those 2 guys against him. He's certainly not on the radar as anybody you're going to play. And I'm not on Santana. I'm never on Santana. He doesn't strike anybody out, so I'm just not really that interested in him. I mean, I don't know if other people ever play this guy. I mean, I know he's got a sub-3 ERA, but I'm looking for Ks, man. On the Detroit side, I do like Kinsler. He's got a long history against Santana, and I think he's beat him up pretty well, so I like Kinsler. I don't mind V-Mart at a lower price. I've actually had him in cash a couple times this week, and he's not going to do anything great for you, but he can give you some steady points if you need somebody cheap. So Kinsler's my favorite play for Detroit, but I mean, definitely neither of these pitchers for me.
Yeah, Anibal Sanchez came, a couple weeks ago. We were doing dances in the streets when he was coming back to pitch. And I think he's turned from being a guy that you would do full team stacks with to now is I'm going to pick and choose my spots, the guys that I like. So, yeah, tomorrow, Dozier, Sano, good 1-2 little mini stack right there. I'm fine with that. On the other side, Santana, you just don't know what you're going to get off this guy. There's so many other places you can go tomorrow. Obviously, if a value pops up, Alex Avila 2.6, you might want to start him in your cash game, but there's a reason why he was 3.3 or 3.4 3-4 weeks ago, and now he's 2.6. He's not hitting the ball. He hasn't hit one home run in all July. He's been cold as hell. So, sometimes when you see guys go down, you're like, yeah, it's a good value, but there's a reason why after a while. So this is a good one. Okay, we got James Shields of the Chicago White Sox traveling to your backyard in the Kansas City Royals and Ian Kennedy.
Well, the first thing I want to say is I'm probably the only person in the state of Kansas that hates the Royals. So Let me get that out there. I'm actually a Braves fan, so.
Another Braves fan. Okay, good.
Oldie, man, all the way. Hit him. Man, this is an interesting game for me because, James Shields is not good. We know that he's not good.
It's a revenge game.
But that's what I was just going to say. I believe in revenge games in DFS. Every sport, I believe in it. I think it's a real thing. Mm-hmm. That being said, there's no chance in hell I'd pitch this guy, but he might be better than we think. He gets smashed by lefties, so I love Moose and Haas on the other side in this one, but it's interesting. I could see him coming out there, maybe getting a quality start out of this, but I don't have a chance.
Okay, so
if
right
he
now,
if he could get 6, but I do love the revenge factor. I'm always in on that.
Okay, so here's what I think's working against him. 1, he's garbage, but 2, he's 13-mile-an-hour winds, blowing out, and this team just came off of scoring 16 runs yesterday or tonight. So I think the thing about it is maybe it's a perfect time to fade. We'll talk about I'm going to ask this to Paulie D tomorrow because maybe it's a perfect time to fade. The whole recency bias. James Shields. Team that scored 16 runs, everybody's going to be on them if they don't want to go to Coors or what have you. So let's go somewhere else. So, I'm going to ask Paulie D about this tomorrow. But, yeah, that's a good point. But, yes, I'm not saying I don't like it because James Shields, like I said, he's one start away from joining his Jared Weaver down and see me, We're just going to be chilling, smoking bowls, on Fridays. It's going to be so cool, dog. So,
buddy of mine like a month ago was like, what's up with James Shields? I was like, I don't know. I think he retired. So, I think that tells you all you need to know. But
yeah.
It's
all right. So before we continue, first off, I want to say all you guys watching on the YouTube channel right now, and you want to become a Wise Take member, you go to wisetake.com. You either sign up for the day pass, the monthly pass, or the weekly pass, and you put in the promo code podcast. You get 20% off. It's better if you do the monthly. You get more off if you do the monthly part. Remember the code podcast. All right, go to wisetake.com. Sign up. You get me. You get Paulie D. You get CK. You get Cease. You get the Slim Gaede. You get Q's. Suge Knight Q's. You got all of us there chilling we have fun in the chat rooms, everybody. All right. Before we continue, we're going to do another round of 5 questions with the Wise Take team. So, your Wise Take members with the original Slim Gaede. Let's do it. All right, here we go. Question number 1, favorite Eminem song?
Oh man. God. I love them all, but I got to go with Real Slim Shady, man.
All right,
that's where the nickname came from.
All right,
was
good,
that
good,
song.
good.
So
good.
I can't go against it, even though they're all awesome.
All right, Beavis or Butthead?
I got to go Butthead, man, because he's a leader. I prefer to be a leader as opposed to a follower, but.
All right, I like it.
I could do both voices if you want to hear that sometime, but we'll save that for the other one.
Blonde or brunette?
For what?
Women.
Well, obviously. I would go if you're looking for the marriage type girl, definitely go for the.
Mm-hmm.
Blondes are more fun, but they're crazy as shit, man. Believe me. So.
Yeah, my wife, so I know.
I was hoping that was going to happen.
Don't worry. Hey, trust me. Before I met my wife, I'd always say this: the quickest way to my wallet is to be blonde with a Southern accent. I am just mud. I just puddle. crumble to you. I will give you my money if you have a Southern accent or blonde.
You have
it's
blonde hair? All right, let's do
it. Okay, question number 4. Favorite superhero?
Superheroes, huh? Not really my thing. My son really likes. Does the Hulk count?
That's fine. Yeah, he's a superhero. Yeah, the
Yeah,
Hulk.
that's my son loves the Hulk and Thor. So one of those two guys. Not really my thing though.
All right. And finally, the celebrity you most want to get contrarian with and go for hole number 3.
Hole number 3. You said the best one for last. What's Verlander's girl?
Kate Upton?
Let's go with Kate.
Kate Upton. All right. That's good.
She's kind of pretty, right?
Oh, yeah, she is.
So I heard.
She's a first-round draft pick for sure.
Okay. Number 1 pick in the draft. Let's do it.
Hey, she might be a jinx. I don't care. I only need her for a night, CK. Jesus. If CK in my head saying
still getting paid. Paid and laid, man. What's better than that?
All righty. Trevor Williams of the Pittsburgh Pirates traveling to Colorado, taking on Jeff Hoffman and the Colorado Rockies. What you got?
Can I just say something? I just want to get this out there right away. I hate Coors. I hate it. I'd rather not ever have. Like, they should just take these games out. Yeah. For me, that's just a personal preference, but I'm more of a cash game guy. So I actually tried the other day. I tried the all-day slate, and I tried to fade Coors when they scored 18. So
a good one. I had to try that.
It wasn't the best strategy, but yeah. I mean, what can you say here? I mean, everybody's in play. I probably, for cash games, I might have one guy here, but my cash game strategies aims towards pitchers. So
yeah, both on the same page.
Man, that's just what I do. I'll try to find. I'll look for, maybe if you get like a Belika starting, somebody like that, or when Tapia was in there. You get somebody that nobody thinks is going to start, and then they make the lineup and they're cheap. I'll try to throw that guy in maybe just to try to get a piece of the action. Maybe we'll see that with Pittsburgh too, but they're all in play. So, I mean, that'll be my strategy. If somebody comes into that lineup that's cheap that we're not ready for, I'll probably go for that. But
I think the only guys that I'm playing in that, if I was playing tomorrow in Colorado, I'm fading Pittsburgh. I always fade the visiting team the first game of the series. It's just something I've heard that it's always the first game is always a little bit weird. Second, and then on the other side, I'm only picking the lefty bats against Trevor Williams. I'm picking Blackman. I'm picking Para. Maybe I'm picking Cargo. Para's been really hot. It's hard for me to pay 3.9 for a guy, but just Gerardo Parra. You just say Gerardo Parra 3.9, you don't think that, even though you can call Coors.
But if he's batting cleanup,
exactly. It's true. I know. It's just you think that when you look at 3.9, then you're going to look at. Thing is that you're going to look at 3.9, you're going to see other players, and you'd be like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like I could get that guy. That guy's so much better than Parra. You know what I mean? That guy could do so much. Cruz is 4,000 against a lefty tomorrow night. And why not throw him? That's the thing, and that's.
I used to be. I'm sorry. I just want to throw something in there real quick. Like I used to be in that boat where I would look at it that way and say, like, Nelson Cruz is a better player. But what I'm trying to do, like, especially in cash games, if there's somebody like that and I can get them for a good price, I'm trying to get a piece of that game.
Mm-hmm.
So give me somebody like Hector Sanchez. The other day for the Padres, like, yeah, give him to me. At what he's 3,200, yeah, that's a lock for me. If I can get somebody at that kind of price, anybody in the game, I want to take a look at that.
For sure. All right, so we got 5 more games left, and I'm telling you, 4 of them are where you're going to make your money tomorrow. Let's start off with Max Scherzer and the Washington Nationals traveling to Phoenix, Arizona to take on Zach Godley and the new Arizona Diamondbacks.
So we got JD Martinez. What do we know anything about him yet? Is he still going to be?
They have him in the lineup right now.
What I saw earlier, I think he's going to be out, but that's just me. I don't know if you have something different, but
right now I don't know anything. I would say right now, just because they made the trade, if he can play in any way, you're going to try and play him. But it is Scherzer tomorrow.
Yeah, so we got a starter for Arizona. Last I checked, I don't have anybody.
Godley. Zach Godley.
Said it. Yeah, my big thing here is like I'm just on Max. I'm just going to be on him for cash games. Generally, my strategy is I want the 2 best pitchers I can get. I want my 30 points from each guy, and I'll figure out the rest of the hitters as the lineups come out. So, you might be a little bit scared of Arizona at Arizona. Never be scared of them on the road because they don't hit on the road. But at home they hit. Jake Lamb's got a couple home runs against Scherzer, but Max gives up home runs, and they're usually solo home runs, and then he strikes out 12 guys, and it doesn't mean anything. So I'm on him. I don't really care who he plays. I'm always going to be on him, so I can tell you right now I'm pitching him tomorrow.
Over Chris Sale. Over Chris Sale.
I might go both. Both.
DK, you might throw both. That's what I was going to ask. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's my strategy. We'll see how the value comes out for bats, but I'll take the guaranteed points all day. Give me the points. I'll figure the rest out.
Okay, good. Let's go to – I'm trying to find – where is he? Okay. Godley, last start, 6 innings against Atlanta. He got roughed up a little bit. He got 9 strikeouts. I think that people are going to almost discount the Nationals a little bit tomorrow night. I don't know why. Not even think about them. And they're going into a great ballpark. They've had the day off. They're chilling in Arizona right now. Harper, Zimmerman, Murphy. I love it. If Steven Drew plays, that's a great cash game shortstop right there. I think it'll be a low-owned stack tomorrow. Believe it or not, if you can get him low-owned, I don't know why. I feel like people are going to see okay, I want to play Scherzer, and there's Coors. I'm not really going to worry. But Godley is okay, but his last couple starts, he's been hit a little bit.
Yep.
So I'm going to look at that. On the other side, Jake Lamb's 3,000. I mean, that's one of the top third basemen in the game, 3,000. You got David Peralta at 2.8. I don't know if I can go into cash, but I could go with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chris Sale and the Boston Red Sox traveling to Anaheim. That is in Orange County. That is not a part of Los Angeles County at all. It is not even close to Los Angeles. Angels.
Well, I do appreciate that because I didn't really know how that all worked. I've never been there. So the geography is good. It helps me out a lot because I do know that Chris Sale's not near as good on the road as he is at home, except that he's playing the Angels. So, yeah.
Ballpark. No.
I'll take him. I mean, who are you scared of? Trout? Okay, maybe Trout hits a home run on him. That's fine. He's still going to get double-digit strikeouts, and that's what we're looking for. So, I guess to me, the biggest question is probably a lot of people will play one of the two. Scherzer or Sale, I don't know. I'm not sure.
You're talking about DK right now. DK cash games or just DK? Okay, of course.
DK cash game, you got to pick between one of the two.
Of course.
Which one are you taking?
I'm in FanDuel. I have to pick between one of the two also. To be honest with you, I might not pick either of them. To be honest with you, there's somebody I like better. There's somebody that's pitched better than both of them coming up.
Are we about to get to him in the next game?
We're about to get to him. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we're about to get to him.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's the thing. Tomorrow for cash, for FanDuel, we can have a good talk about it. We'll bring this up. Next game right now. We got Aaron Blair of the Atlanta Braves, who basically is pitching because Jaime Garcia just got scratched because he's going to get traded to the Twins. So you got this righty facing this Dodger team they're a little tired. They're going to get a good night's sleep tonight. I first of all, I'm going to take Dodger bats. I'm going to like the Dodger bats against Blair. I like them. Let's not even talk about it. We got Alex Wood facing the Braves. Minus 280 favorite. The only thing against Wood that I will say this, and I know that it's I'm not a huge PVB against them, but Alex Wood's like BVP against the Braves is, if you looked at it, is they're hitting 381 against him. Now this is,
Pretty small sample size, isn't it?
It's only 42 at bats, so it's not that much. The guy is $1,000 less than both Scherzer and Sale, or $1,600 less than both of them, and he can put up just as many points as them the last few starts. Now he only had 40, but he had 61, 49, 46, 46. So I think he's in play tomorrow in cash. You'll be able to get extra bats in there tomorrow because we like all these other bats. So, I mean, there's going to be three guys in my article that I'm going to write up: Scherzer, Sale, and Wood. And I don't think that you can go wrong with any of them. Which one would you pick if you had to pick one? Right now, I'm going to pick Wood just because he's the hot hand, but I might switch just because.
I think I'm with you on. I mean, it's tough. It's going to be a tough choice. FanDuel's tough tomorrow. I like Alex Wood a lot, and I like the revenge factor. He was a Georgia kid, second round pick for us. He loved playing for the Braves. They traded him for like
guy's not even on the team anymore.
Yeah, I mean that was one of the worst trades of all time.
I know. Yes.
And they thought he'd hit his peak. They kind of gave up on him. If I was him, I'd be pissed and I'd be ready to unleash it on him right now. But the only thing about Wood that I don't like, that I've never liked about him, is he just doesn't get deep enough into games. If he's not on this slate with Sale and Scherzer, he's a lock for me every time. I don't care what the matchup is. So to answer your question, if I got to go with one of them, I'm probably going with Sale, just because the Angels are that bad. Outside of Trout, there's nobody to be scared of there.
Yeah. I mean, I think out of all of them tomorrow night, it's so tough because Sale, I think, is a better strikeout pitcher just by a little bit than Scherzer, but Arizona strikes out more than Angels do.
Right.
So, and then on the other side, the Dodgers, you got to look at the lineup that the Braves are going to be rolling out. Adams probably won't be playing, so we'll probably have to face Inciarte and Freeman are the only lefties. And then there's all righties. And I think he pitches better against righties, right? I think he's a reverse splits guy.
I believe so, yeah.
So
he is, yeah.
It's to me, it's three guys that you can't go wrong. And I think in tournaments, in GPPs, these are the guys you gotta look for too.
Absolutely, Wood's the best tournament play there for sure. I mean, that's not a question. I did see from the Braves guys that they're planning on playing Freeman at first base against all the lefties. So yeah, that takes Matt Adams out. The one thing about the Braves, though, that they don't strike out much. We're looking for strikeout upside. There's a lot going on here. Of course, I mean, I'm the guy who said McCarthy should be a good play today, so there's that. They said Freeman wasn't going to play today, and I think he drove in the first couple runs of the game.
Yeah, he played well.
So, and he's admitted being sick. So there's a lot going on with this, but I mean, hey, if I'm not saying I'm not even going to be on FanDuel making 3 different lineups with each one of these guys. So I don't think you're going to go wrong with any of them. But I'll reiterate what you said. Aaron Blair is garbage. They don't want to start this guy, but he's the only guy that fits within the rotation and the day's rest for them to bring up. They're going to bring him up. He's going to get just destroyed, and then they're going to send him right back down. So, yeah, get those Dodger bats, man.
Okay, 2 more games to go. We got CC Sabathia of the New York Yankees traveling to Seattle to face Andrew Moore of the Seattle Mariners.
I'm going to look at Seattle first. Andrew Moore pitched pretty well at home in 3 starts. What's up with the Yankees, though? And they got to start scoring some runs. And Aaron Judge has got to get out of this slump pretty soon. Maybe this is the game to do it. I mean, I'm really not targeting anybody from this game. If you look at the other side, DC doesn't look too bad. He's got a 234 roadie already this year. Yeah, I'm just really not looking to target him, but I guess if you want to take a GPP flyer on him, you can. But I'm not looking to target him. Really, the only interest I have in this game would be Nelson Cruz.
Yeah.
But he's got pretty bad numbers against CC, but I mean, he's killing the ball this year. He's been great. So that's probably really my only interest in this game. Unless you just feel strongly about somebody, I don't know, but that's all I've got interest in.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, you could do a decent like small Yankee stack if you like the Yankees. It's pretty cheap if you didn't want to get on guys like Sanchez and Judge. You can go with Gregorius, Frazier, Ellsbury, bottom of the lineup guys. The lineup, the firepower that the Yankees had back in May and April just haven't seemed to be there the last few weeks.
No.
So tomorrow night there's too much. We're just gonna move on. We like Nelson Cruz. Let's go to the next game.
Do that.
Final game of the night. We got Trevor Cahill of the San Diego Padres taking on Jeff Samardzija and that team up north, the Giants.
With the pitching on this one, Cahill's lights out at home, lousy on the road, but he did pitch pretty well last start against San Fran. He had 8 Ks, gave up 1 earned. You know, if you want to take a tournament flyer on him, you can do that. Samardzija, I don't know. I mean, that guy's all over the place, but he just pitched against these guys. Just gave up 7, so I don't know. I'm not really on. Don't care for those 2 guys. Hector Sanchez doesn't look too bad if he's getting a start. I think he's got a couple home runs already against Sharp. Maybe Spangenberg. Cheap guys, but I'm not seeing a whole lot. I don't think anybody's looking much at this game at all. It'll be completely overlooked.
Yeah, strikeouts are what we're looking for, correct?
Correct.
Well, I mean, he still struck out 8 last game.
Yeah,
against San
weird
Diego.
game.
So, I'm a big believer in, for some odd reason, it seems to always work out. Pitcher is great the first time they face him. The next time they face him, they get rocked a week later, and vice versa. He gets rocked 1 week, and then 5 days later, for some reason, like, oh, I got to get my shit together, and they come in locked in, and then they're at home, and they pitch great. So I have Samardzija just on my list tomorrow. He's like 5th. He's below Nola, but he's above Darvish to me. And so the reason why is just because the Padres can strike out a lot. He's pitching at home, the good ballpark, and he's very low owned. And that's what brings up tomorrow is like, I think that like the one thing that we've broken down going into tomorrow that everybody should be kind of confident is I think we've narrowed down where you want to go pitching wise. I think it's
Absolutely.
real easy tomorrow where you want to go. You want to go either Sale, Scherzer, Wood, and then you got Nola or Samardzija. You got 5 guys, in my opinion, with Darvish on the outside looking in, make it the 6th. That's where you want to go, and that's my order right now. And the reason why I might like Nola more than any of those guys is just because of what we talked about in the beginning. It's because of the ownership level. Is everybody's going to go to Wood, Sale, and Scherzer, and they're going to cross off Nola and obviously Samardzija. So tomorrow, I probably will make 3 tournament teams. One of them will probably have either Sale or Samardzija, or Sale or Scherzer. The other one will have Wood, and then the third one will have Nola on it. I feel just on ownership value alone, I think everybody should get a piece of Nola tomorrow because he could get 10 strikeouts and a win, and nobody has him.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. If I'm going, I mean, I might even use him in cash if I'm going one of the studs plus somebody else. I like him a lot. Definitely, if I'm doing any kind of tournaments, he's my guy for sure. I agree with you 100% on that.
DraftKings, he's only 8.4, and which is pretty damn cheap if you put him up against guys like Scherzer and Sale as an SP2. It's almost like a lot. I mean, he's 12. Scherzer's 12.7, and Nola's 8.4. I mean, you play cash games a lot. I Sale or Scherzer with Nola, I'd go to war with that tomorrow.
If those guys weren't on the slate, it'd be totally different. Or if there was only one of those guys, then everybody would be looking at Nola. When I first started researching tonight, this is the first game, obviously, and it was like, whoa. I start looking at all kinds of stats on him like, well, this is my guy already. I'm going for a cheaper guy, so.
Exactly. And the thing is that he's not even that cheap. He's 9.1, but he's enough to where you'll be able to get I don't know, if you wanted to do one bat from Coors, you want to do Blackman, you can get Blackman in there, or Arenado or something. But you ready to play some Dong Watch?
Yeah, let's go.
Play some Dong Watch. All right. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to come up with 3 guys. We're going to pick up something. I'm going to come up with, it's not going to be the pricing tier. It's going to be basically, I'm just going to come up with something off the top of my head, and you're going to go it. I want, just give me an outfielder in the National League Central at a home run tomorrow.
National League Central. Man, that's tough.
No, I know. That's why, because you got the Cubs and the Cardinals that aren't playing tomorrow. So you got Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that'd be too obvious though. What about Schebler?
Got Schebler? Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Nice, very nice.
It just came to mind. I have nothing to back it up with. It's just
It just came to me. It just came to me. Yeah. I am going to take. I said the Central, so I'm going to take Josh Bell in Coors. So I'm going to take Josh Bell. We play Coors when Patio Joe's the host. Okay, we play. All right. Okay, so let me see. Give me a player from the American League East at a home run. Any player.
I'll go with Betts.
Mookie Betts. All right.
Yeah, I liked him anyways. We didn't really talk about him, but I liked him.
Yeah. Okay, good. American League East. Let me see. I'm trying to see any of the teams that I like. Yeah, I picked him today. I'm going to pick him tomorrow. Chris Davis. So I'm going to do it again.
Yeah, I had him in cash the 2 games he put up donuts, and then, then he went off. But that's fine. Yeah.
All right. And finally, anybody you want at home run tomorrow. Who you got?
Anybody I want. Well, I guess I got to go Blackman then. That's easy, right?
Yeah, you can do it. Hey, man.
Just take the total chalk play.
Yeah, I know, but I'm going to out-chalk you. My boy, Stanton. Okay. Boom. Yeah. He's a home run tomorrow. That's what I got. So that's it, man. How'd you like it? Good?
That was good, man. It's fun.
Did you have fun? Yeah?
Yeah,
it was good. It was good. I think we got out of here pretty good time. We got through everything. And be sure, once again, everybody, be sure to hit that like button on the YouTube down below. It's a little like button, a little thumbs up. on Podbean and all the iTunes. Just keep hitting those like buttons, move us up those charts. And if you want to become a member of Wise Take, be sure to go to wisetake.com, enter the promo code podcast. You get 20% off of any deal. That's one price for every sport. We got NFL, NBA, MLB. We have WNBA. We have NASCAR. We're probably going to be getting MMA and some of the other stuff at some point. We have CFL. Don't forget, Cease has got the CFL. Good write-up. And we're going to be getting ready for football season. We know that's coming. And obviously, this is the last broadcast of the week. We got the live stream, the premium live stream tomorrow at 2:30, featuring CK, Paulie D, and myself. And then Sunday night, we got the live stream in YouTube, on the YouTube channel at 11:30 East, 8:30 West. And I definitely will either be in the chat room or on the live stream telling you about what happened on Saturday night, because Saturday night is going to be one for the books. It will be going into the wee hours of the morning, and I cannot wait. And I'm going to find those limits and push them and see how much fun we can have in one night celebrating my 40th birthday. So for the original Slim Gaede, you have anything else to say?
Hey, don't forget who gave you the Royals 16 runs today. Was that Wise Take?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh,
Royals,
okay.
16 runs. That's right.
Royals.
That's right, guys. Sign up for Wise Take. We have a great time. We have a lot of fun. We're building a community. We're building family. Remember, every question you get, and when you're in the live stream, premium live stream chat, you ask it. We're going to answer it while we're sitting there. And then in the chat room, we kind of hang out. You're going to get immediate responses right away. There's not very many other places you can go for that. So be sure to check us out. Remember, podcast as the promo code. Sign up for Wise Take. So for my man, be sure to follow Jason at the Slim. Say it on Twitter. What's your Twitter handle?
At Real Slim Gaede.
At Real Slim Gaede. And you can also follow me at Patio Joe Rep. That's right. And for us, this is Wise Take, and we are out.
Peace.
Yeah.